Simplicity is the key. Simplicity is not grinding poverty. It is not the polar opposite of wealth. To live simply is to pursue a quiet path of moderation. In a life of balance between opposite extremes lies inner happiness. Few people find inner peace because they live too far from their true selves, focusing on outward things instead of looking within. The richer and more powerful they become, the emptier they feel inwardly. People everywhere, in their quest for happiness outside themselves, discover in the end that they've been seeking it in an empty cornucopia, and sucking feverishly at the rim of a crystal glass into which was never poured the wine of joy. Happiness consists in making the mightiest efforts to reduce your desires and needs, and in cultivating the ability to meet those needs at will, always trying to smile, both outwardly and inwardly, in spite of every predicament. Be silent and calm every night for at least 10 minutes, longer if possible, before you retire, and again in the morning before rising. This will produce an undaunted, unbreakable inner habit of happiness. That will make you able to meet all the trying situations of the everyday battle of life. With that unchangeable happiness within, go about seeking to fulfill the demands of your day. Seek happiness more in your mind and less in the acquisition of things. Be so happy in your mind that nothing that comes can possibly make you unhappy. Then, you can get along without things you have been accustomed to. Be happy knowing you have acquired the power not to be negative. Know, too, that you will never again become so materially minded that you forget your inner happiness, even if you become a millionaire. Despite the material prosperity, people haven't the same inner happiness. Most so-called happiness is nothing but suffering in disguise. The greatest way to create happiness for yourself is not to allow sense lures or bad habits to control you, but to be a stern ruler of your habits. Just as you cannot satisfy your own hunger by feeding another person, so you cannot find happiness in satisfying the over-demands of your senses. Too much luxury, instead of producing happiness, drives it away from your mind. Do not spend all your time looking for things to make you happy. Be contented always, equally in your struggle for prosperity and in your attainment of it. It is easier to spend than to earn, it is harder to save than to earn. Most people spend more than they earn. The extra money is acquired by borrowing, or by buying with promises to pay in the future. To try to own more than your purse allows is to live in constant mental worry. To spend more than you earn is to live in perpetual slavery. You should use 1/4 of your income on plain living, save 3/4, and be at ease in your mind with a feeling of future security. Happiness can be had by the exercise of self-control, by cultivating habits of plain living and high thinking, by spending less even though earning more. When a person renounces outward ambition to seek peace within himself, he may feel a certain, fleeting nostalgia for his old, familiar habits. Accustomed as he was formerly to outward busyness, simplicity may strike him at times, in the beginning, as stark and unattractive. Gradually, however, if he perseveres, he will accustom himself to the inner world and will discover increasing happiness in soul-sufficiency. He will come to appreciate more and more deeply the meaning of true happiness. Thanks for watching. Please like the video and subscribe Soul Bliss.